Music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about Cheap Trick and what's going on with the Kennedy Center honors, because it's all over the internet. So I'm going to weigh in. Why? Because it's always a slow day in the world of classic rock, but I do what I do because I love it. All right. And I do it in real time for some people, a few people just like you there. And like me here, yeah, I'm pointing. I still get comments about the pointing. Most are pro. Some people are just like, I was going to watch you, but you were pointing. Okay, maybe I should use a different finger, huh? How do you like that? All right, so Cheap Trick is responding to criticism for performing at the Kennedy Center Honors Ceremony. Now, why are they getting criticism for performing at the Kennedy Center Honors? Any guesses? Because of Trump, of course. Trump. Trump ruins everything, right? You're having a good day, life is going great, and there's Trump, right? Trump tweeting or social media posting, whatever he does on what's that? Truth Social. I'm not on Truth Social. I think I have an account, but I don't use it. Like a lot of these social media things. I have accounts. I might even have an Instagram. I don't know. I don't use it. But anyway, getting back to Trump, right? So Kiss was there, right? And they were invited. They didn't seem to have any problems being invited. They performed rock and roll all night because that's their universal song, right? Maybe. I don't know. Um, but here's what Cheap Trick had to say. We were asked to perform at this year's Kennedy Center Honors Ceremony to pay tribute to our lifelong brothers in Kiss and to support artists and the arts. The band wrote on Instagram, we agreed to do it for those reasons and no others. Okay, should be enough, right? It's never enough. But even the post didn't satisfy all their fans, with one commenter writing, bad call. I just lost a lot of respect. Another added, should have politely declined. Man, we're living in a stupid world right now. I'm sorry, folks. If you don't like Donald Trump, what does this have to do with Kiss being honored and Cheap Trick backing them up? Well, you can't have anything to do with Trump because then you validate Trump and everything he says and does. No, you don't. Look, here's the deal. The last guy was an auto pen corpse, okay? Now, you may not like Trump. There are days where I don't like Trump, okay? I voted for him. Not embarrassed to say that. It's either, the cackler or somebody who wants to lower taxes and decrease the size of government. Now, is he doing all those things? I don't know. I don't know. There are days where I think he is, and there are days when I think he isn't. Boy, are you so duped, Dave. You're the dumbest person ever to buy into the shyster and the real estate tycoon and all. Okay, whatever. You know what my strategy might be going forward is I just don't vote. I don't vote. And if the stuff I vote for doesn't work or doesn't help, people always say to me, well, you've got to look at the bigger picture and you should care about this country or that country. You know what? I'm America only. How's that? Not America first. I'm America only at this stage. If we can't get our bleep right, then I just went off on this big political rant. And I really don't need to because this wasn't politics. This was Cheap Trick, just playing a gig. That's all they were doing. Oh, you should have politely declined. No, I'm sorry, President Trump. I'm sorry. We're not going to go because of you. All right. Kiss didn't do that. People are going to say, well, Kiss is all about the money. They'd go if Hitler was the president of the United States, they'd show up, right? They did receive, the article does say, they did receive plenty of messages of support as well, with one commenter noting, why are you apologizing for supporting your friends? No need to. Boom! That's it. Done. Full stop. That's the whole thing. But, every classic rock website has this story just to stir up trouble. Well, we've got to end the year on the same note that we came in on. You know, this orange disaster becomes president, and now we have to continue to pound that drum to make people feel bad during the holiday season. There's no need to, call a truce for a couple of weeks and say, you know what, maybe we don't like him. And what's weird is the whole Maha crew within the whole MAGA movement, or whatever you want to call it, those people are the same people that were classic rock to the core. They were rebellious and I've said this 100,000 times on here that, all your old rock stars who are complaining about Trump, do they hate Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? Of course they do, because they're getting money from who? Certain companies that create these amazing, safe, and effective products that everybody has to use, or if they don't use them, they're shamed. It's like, oh, we're gonna have polio rampant again. We're gonna have all these diseases because you're stupid. All right, well, whatever happened to my body, my choice, right? It only applies when death is involved. That's the only time it applies, is when death is involved. When life is involved, then it's not. It's not your body and it's not your choice. And if somebody wants to come at you with a syringe and you're like, no, bro, I'm good, man, I'm good. I'll take my chances. You're risking everybody's life by taking your chances, you fool. All right. All this, folks, from a Cheap Trick thing. They're responding. They're responding, and they've made it clear that they were supporting their friends in KISS, and good for them. Good for everybody, right? Happy holidays, or better yet, Merry bleeping Christmas. How's that? Merry Christmas to everybody. And peace on earth and goodwill toward men. For a day or two, maybe. But everything's political now. People say, why do you go so far into politics? Just talk music. Because nobody watches when I just talk music. I could talk music all day long. I did an interview with Eric Clapton, and how many views did I get on that? Should have been at least 100K. I don't know how many views it got, but it's not 100K. It's not. I thought it would blow up my channel. Didn't do anything, really. Few hundred new subs. That's all I got. So I'll talk what I want to talk about, and let the chips fall where they may. All right. I'm done ranting. I'm done raving. Cheap Trick, great album, man. That's the thing about Cheap Trick. Go listen to their new album. It is spectacular. And God bless the universe.